So AOC at the convention last night endorsed Bernie Sanders. Now, I guess it's a thing that they do. It's a procedural thing that they do that any candidate that gets over 300 delegates at the nomination at the convention has their people who nominate them. They have their delegates, and so AOC decided to be. I guess she was offered the second delegate spot. I already forgot the other guy's name. Sorry. I forgot the other guy's name. Something like Bob Jack or something. Honestly, I forgot his name. But AOC was the second person. And what happened is she's been on Twitter basically for hours now, trying to explain to people how that was and how it worked. And so she sent out one tweet saying, "If you were confused, no worries. Convention rules require roll call and nominations for every candidate that passes the delegate threshold. I was asked to second the nomination for Senator Sanders for roll call. I extend my deepest congratulations to Joe Biden. Let's go win in November." She sent another tweet saying, "Congratulations, Joe Biden. I deeply look forward to fighting for our future together and reclaiming our democracy in November. Thank you, Dem Convention, for having me deliver Senator Sanders' roll call nomination speech. It's been an absolute honor. Hashtag not me us and hashtag Biden 2020. So she gave her speech as well. In addition to that, she got really mad at an NBC article that basically said this. This was the headline. It read, "In one of the shortest speeches of the DNC, Rep. Ocasio-Cortez did not endorse Joe Biden. I hereby second the nomination of Senator Bernard Sanders of Vermont for President of the United States of America." And so they deleted the tweet, and they're providing an editor's note. And AOC was she's very angry about it because it's making a lot of, it's creating a lot of divisiveness, and it's just spreading falsehoods. So as you can see, she's fully throttled in favor of Joe Biden at this point. She's fully, completely, endorsing Joe Biden and telling people to vote for him, saying, "Let's go win this in November." And so she responds saying, "You waited several hours to correct your obvious and blatantly misleading tweet. It sparked an enormous amount of hatred and vitriol, and now the misinfo you created is circulating on other networks, all to generate hate clicks from a pre-recorded routine procedural motion. This is completely unacceptable and disappointing and appalling. The DNC shared the procedural purpose of my remarks to media well in advance. NBC knew what was going to happen and that it was routine. How does a headline that malicious and misleading happen with that prior knowledge?" So she completely went off, again saying, "So NBC News, you're going to fix the incredible amount of damage and misinformation that you are now responsible for, because a 1:15 a.m. tweet to slip under the radar after blowing up a totally false and divisive narrative across the networks isn't it." So she's really angry about this. She's really angry. I mean, she was favoriting tweets also that were basically, trying to clear this up. This one says, "People seem confused about two procedural things. AOC didn't slight Biden by not endorsing him. Her role was to formally nominate Sanders." So she basically was liking tweets on Twitter saying that. So, this one says, "I'm seeing people on the left and right saying that AOC pulled a surprise maneuver in her pre-recorded Dem convention speech by nominating Bernie Sanders. In reality, any candidate with at least 300 delegates get a ceremonial nomination." Now, I really want to take a moment to really soak in how hard AOC... Obviously, the media is going to try to sort of take it and to make it so that it hurts AOC. They're obviously trying to do damage to AOC and her. And I would say it's not even mostly probably to, disempower her. I would say it's probably just for clicks. I mean, AOC gives a lot of these networks live on AOC. For a while, they lived so hard on AOC, all they would do is just read her tweets out on news networks all day. So I think mainly they just did it for clicks rather than even disempowering her. But who knows? It's probably a mix of both. But the thing I really want to focus on here is the fact that she's doing that is probably out of a genuine desire for Joe Biden to win and to, really have Trump out of office. But I think a lot of this shows the ambition that AOC has to continue to rise in the ranks to basically become a more powerful member of Congress, more powerful member of government. And it really tells me that she's really trying to build her connections, especially with voters, because AOC has this very unique pull where she has the support of centrists like Hillary Clinton, and those types are fans of hers, right? Hillary Clinton called her on the phone when she won. AOC has the pull with those people, and I'm starting to appreciate that more now than ever, because I think she could really be the person who ends up being the progressive who wins, because for some reason she has the support of all those people like Chrissy Teigen, but she's a progressive. So I'm really curious to see how that ends up turning out, but it definitely tells me that AOC is attempting to really push her way forward and to really go up in the ranks. And that's the main thing that I take away from this. Also, of course, there's also the element of she really wants Joe Biden to win and for Trump to be out of office. But that's the main takeaway that honestly that I have from this is she's really, really trying to work up the ranks.